So now we get them in there. Now here's what the salesman can do. The salesman can give them any payment they want. The salesman can give them any down payment they want. The salesman can modify that home any way they want to. The house can be 4 inches taller. They can move a wall 3 feet. They can put any color carpet, any carpet sample you want to use, they can have in that house. There's nothing that that salesman cannot give that customer. Now realize this, there's one law, one foundation to this. The price is the price is the price. When we give them a price in Oklahoma City, if I tell them the house is $33,473.19, that's exactly what they're going to pay for the house. And I will not discount that house 1 penny. Not 1 penny. If that customer told me, I'll give you everything, but I'm not going to give you the 19 cents, the answer to your question is no. This is the price. Everybody pays that price. Now I want to talk to you about that because realize what's going to happen is we give them the Oakwood guarantee. We guarantee them that if they can go to any and find another Oakwood home exactly like the one we just showed them and beat our price, we're going to match that and give them $100 difference. Now folks, I believe this, that discounting is a disease. And if you give it, you're giving your profits away, you're giving the company's profit away, you're giving the stockholders' profit away. Number one is figure out what your minimum sales price is. Give them the best price up front, but do not discount what you've given them the bottom dollar. Okay, so now in Disneyland, let's repeat that because number one, the foundation of Disneyland is the one thing that cannot change is the sales price. The payment can be anything they want it to be. The down payment can be anything they want it to be. The house can be anything they want it to be. It can be on the ocean with the golf course on one side, the Pacific Ocean on the other side, and $200 a month payment. But the bottom line is number one, the price is the price is the price. It does not change. That's the foundation of our concept. At least that's the foundation of our training program. So basically, now realize this, you've got a greenie out here. He just started yesterday. How hard is it going to be for him to sell someone a house when he can give them any down payment they want? They want $99 down? Perfect. Give me the $99. They want $200 a month? Perfect. Give me the $200. I mean, you can give them anything. So now the salesman is going to take a deposit almost every time. To give you an example, in March we took 198 deposits. Now listen to me, I'm not talking about credit apps. I'm talking about deposits, money where someone signed a contract to purchase and agreed to purchase a home for the sales price that we gave them. Now, and I'm telling you, we don't discount. Now realize this, you get a customer in Disneyland. In other words, and that's what we call it. We just took them to Disneyland because we did everything they wanted to do. It's impossible for them not to give us a deposit. Okay, now basically now realize that Greenie, does he know what the best interest rate there is available in the market? No, he doesn't. Does he know what the best down payment? Does he know what you can and cannot do to that house? The answer to those questions is no, he does not, and that's up to the manager to make that final decision. But that's when we come into what we call the final manager interview. Now basically what your salesman has done, he's gone out there and he's given the customer the world. He's given them the most elaborate house you have on your sales center, the Pacific Ocean on one side, the golf course on the other side. He's promised them it for $99 down, $200 a month. And guess what, Mr. Manager? Now it's your time, it's your turn to go in there and tell the customer the truth, the whole reality of what can and cannot be done. Now one thing I found in Oklahoma City, and I love it because we actually have 22 sales centers within a mile of our sales center. And what we found is our competitors have done more for us as far as educating the consumer on what we're going to do, what we can do, what we can't do, than we're going to do. To give you an example, everybody in the company charges $500 FTC and $750 FTC on double wides. Now what I've seen is in my particular case, I've had customers come to me at the final manager interview when we went through the actual sales price, all the numbers, the taxes, the insurance, everything laid out so they knew what their monthly payments were really going to be. And then we've had the customer, when we got to FTC, we told them $500. They said, you know what? Nationwide told us about FTC. Where do we sign? Or maybe it was Palm Harbor. Depends on who it is in my market. Now, I know a lot of you managers have had that happen. If you're not charging FTC, you should be. So now we get in there in the final manager interview, and I'm going to talk to him about interest rates. Now, one of the things that one of the tools I'll use is I may have a loan sheet from each one of my competitors. I may have a Bank of America, CIT, Ford, and of course an Oakwood interest rate chart. And I'm going to show them the interest rate our competitors have. And I'm going to say, look, these are the choices that you can have. You show me, Mr. Customer, which one you want. If there's a better deal out there than 9.5 or 8.99 step rate, show me which one it is. I've got the charts here. Tell me, is it Ford? Is it CIT? I'm going to have them go through that and show me which one it is. Now, basically, by the time I'm through that interview, they know what they can and cannot do. Also, if my competitors have done their job, they've also told them what can and cannot be done. And so when that customer comes back, if my salesman has done a great job where they love him, they love the house, then they're going to buy that house. Okay, I want to review this with you. There's 5 things that we've talked about in winning. Number 1 is we're talking about developing 10 key people. Okay, the second thing we talked about is how to make your phones ring. We're talking about advertising, line advertising, 2 lines, 3 lines, nothing more than that. The third thing is how to answer the phone, the telephones. There's 5 questions. Number 1, who am I speaking with? Number 2, where do you want to live? Number 3, what kind of payment are you looking for? Number 4, what kind of down payment do you have to work with? And number 5, when can you get here? Okay, then we talked about Disneyland, and the last thing we talked about is the final manager interview. Now, I promise you that if you can execute these 5 plays, you're going to double your sales now.
Repo Hint for today. Discuss with your service repairman the importance of doing repairs right, but as inexpensively as possible.
Wow! Thank you, Ron. That's all the time we have for this portion of the Structured Sales Meeting. Join us next time on the Oakwood News Network. And until then, as always, great selling to you, and never keep your dreams waiting.